so hot. Yes, I am using my dress to fan myself, okay? I'm sorry, it's hot. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, as you might have been able to tell from the title, is going to be my TBR for the summer. Now this TBR is specifically going to be on Contemporaries. The Contemporaries I really want to get to this summer. Shit, I lost my train of thought. Hold on. As I've mentioned plenty of times in my channel before, I am trying to get more into Contemporaries, and I pretty much figured what's the best time to read Contemporaries than over summertime. I just feel like that is the perfect time to read Contemporaries. So yeah, I'm just gonna start and tell you guys the books that I want to read. Which, by the way, the first day of summer this year is June 21st. So I'm a little early when it comes to setting up my TBR for the summer, but like I said, I live in California and today it's really hot, so I definitely feel the summer in the air right now, even though it's technically still spring. So the first book that I really want to read is a book that I am currently reading according to my Goodreads. It is To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han. I have heard amazing things about this book in general. I started reading it, I really enjoyed it, but like I said, I've only gotten in like 20, 30 some pages or something. I haven't gotten very far into this, but I really like what I've read of it so far, and the second book in the duology came out recently, so I feel like if I get into this and if I really liked it, I like that I can just go out and buy the second book and just kind of marathon them. The second book that I really want to read is Paper Towns by John Green. This book, let me tell you guys, I have a story about this book. I think I started reading this book my freshman year of university, but at that point I honestly was just like all about fantasy, and even though I had heard really amazing things about this book, when I started reading it, I remember like starting to read it and being like, okay, well, no one's dying, no one has magic, this is really boring, I don't like it. I put it down and never picked it back up again, and now I have learned to appreciate Contemporaries, and I am not as much of a fantasy snob, I guess. Well, I was never really snobby. I've never really been snobby about anything. I honestly think that you do you, whatever you like to read, whatever you like to do, as long as it doesn't negatively affect the people around you. I don't care. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. I'm that type of person. So yeah, I've never been snobby about it. But anyway, tangent. So I started reading this. I remember being really bored because nothing exciting was going on, nothing was happening, and I gave up on it pretty early. And so I really want to read this now that I have more of an appreciation for Contemporaries, and now that I'm kind of enjoying Contemporaries a lot more, and that I understand that not everything has to be fantastical. I want to read this as well for the movie. The movie is set to come out later on this month, I believe, so I'm very excited, but I'm definitely planning on reading the book before seeing the movie. The next book that I want to read is one that I've had for a while, and it is Amy and Roger's epic Detour. I've heard amazing things about Morgan Matson. I actually have two books that I really want to read by her in this list. This book is about Amy and Roger, who I think Amy moves to a different side of the country, and she kind of gets the help from family friend Roger to help her drive across the country. It sounds really cute, it sounds really romantic and adorable, and something that would be perfect for summer, so I really want to read it. Now, speaking of Morgan Matson, another book that I really want to read is Since You've Been Gone. This book, I've mentioned it before, Kate really likes this. She really enjoyed it, and I really trust her opinion, so I really want to read this soon. This is about a girl. Her and her best friend are super close, and one day her best friend just kind of disappears, but she leaves her a list of things that she wants her to do, and the list is actually like right here in the back. It's like go skinny dipping, sleep under the stars, Penelope, which I don't know what that is, but I'm sure I'll find out when I read it. It just sounds like a really cute, kind of almost coming of age. The main character really tries to get out of her shell and live a little, fall in love, you know, that kind of thing. It sounds really sweet and romantic. This is a contemporary that I'm really excited about. I've heard a lot about it, specifically through Tumblr, and then recently Mandy from Oh It's Mandy talked about it in her favorite books of the year so far, so that pretty much had me sold on it even more than I already was. It is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. This book, I've heard so many amazing things about it. This book apparently is super sweet and adorable, but I've heard really amazing things because this book deals with LGBTQ issues and it has 2 Mexican American characters. That is already like appealing, because like I said, I'm trying to get a little bit more into more ethnically diverse books. I haven't really had much luck, I think, in that department, but I'm very, very excited about this. I've heard amazing things, and I've seen a lot of edits about Aristotle and Dante like on Tumblr that just get me really excited about this book. My battery died, so while it charged for a little bit, I went on an ice cream break. Next up is my first ever Colleen Hoover book. Ilse, you're probably very happy right now. I really want to read Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. This is one of her new adult books. I honestly don't really know much about it. I just know that it's by Colleen Hoover. It has a soundtrack that kind of goes along with the book. That would just make for a really fun, interactive summary experience. And like I said, Ilse from Ilse's books, Colleen Hoover is one of her ultimate favorite authors, and she's been trying to get me to read a Colleen Hoover book for a few months now. So there you go, Ilse. I'm finally doing it, and I really want to read this summer. Then the next book or kind of series that is on my TBR is going to be a reread, and this one I'm actually not entirely sure I'm actually going to get to read, but I just really want to try to read it over the summer because it's one of my favorites. You might guess which one it is. It is the Anna and the French Kiss trilogy. I really like these books. They're so sweet and adorable, and they just make you feel good inside. So I really want to try to read the books in this series again. Another book that I really want to get to before I forget about it, because I actually don't have a physical copy of it, is going to be Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. I actually wanted to buy that book recently, but the edition of the book that I want is sold out everywhere. I don't know if they stopped making that edition. I really hope not. I'm going to try to go to a few used bookstores to see if I can find the edition that I want for that book. That one honestly doesn't seem like it's super happy summary. Honestly, the movie trailer is what sold me on that book. The trailer for the movie just looks so good that I had to do it. I'm going to read that book. So those are the books that I really hope to read over the next few months. It looks like it's a lot of books, but if you divide them up like over the next 3 months, I feel like it's doable. Let me know what books you guys are planning to read this month, and let me know if you want me to do a fantasy TBR that kind of accompanies this. Before I forget, also, I wanted to get you guys' opinion on something that I've kind of been playing around with the idea of. I was thinking of maybe doing some kind of Harry Potter read-along over the summer with you guys. It's actually a personal tradition of mine that I read the Harry Potter books over the summer. It's something that I did growing up a lot because the Harry Potter books are pretty much the only books that I owned. It just really became a tradition to read them over the summer, kind of in preparation for the school year to start, and I would always secretly be hoping that I would get my Hogwarts letter by the time I finished. It never happened, but you know. Yeah, so I was thinking of maybe doing something like that. It would be like really chill, us reading the series throughout the summer, and maybe I would have some sort of Goodreads group, or if not, we could just talk about it on Twitter. I'm not entirely sure if a lot of you guys would be interested in that though, so that's kind of why I've been a little hesitant to actually do it, but let me know if you guys would be interested down in the comment section below, and I'll try to come up with something. Even if it's not like an official Goodreads group, I feel like we could still go like on Instagram or on Twitter. We can bond together over our Harry Potter feels. You guys already know how I feel about Harry Potter, and like I said, this is a personal tradition of mine, and I would just really like to have you guys kind of be involved in it this year. I think it would be really fun to just kind of reread the series and share our thoughts on reliving the whole thing together as a community. But like I said, I don't know how many of you guys would actually be interested in doing that, so let me know if you would. I'll try to see if I can come up with something by the first day of summer. So let me know, again, like I said, in the comment section below. So that is it for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye guys! I'm gonna share the books that I bought with you guys this month. I actually didn't buy a lot. I am very